Most guys don't realize that when your entire life revolves around her, you're not being romantic, you're being dependent, and that energy quietly pushes her away. It feels like you're being attentive, but it comes off as smothering because you're making her the center of your world instead of building your own. It's easy to fall into this pattern when you think giving her constant attention will make her like you more, but the truth is, it does the opposite. Think about the people you find magnetic. They're not sitting around waiting for someone to text them back or constantly checking their phone to see if they're liked. They're busy building themselves, living a life that's full and interesting. And that energy draws people in without them trying. It's time to create that for yourself, piece by piece. This doesn't mean ignoring her or pretending you don't care. It means having your own goals, your own passions, and your own reasons to get up in the morning that have nothing to do with her. Maybe it's finally getting serious about your fitness, taking that course you've been putting off, or working on a creative project that's been on your mind. Start small if you need to, even if it's just spending 30 minutes a day doing something that moves your life forward, something that excites you, something that challenges you to grow. As you fill your life with purpose and activity, you will naturally become less available, but in a healthy way. You won't be waiting around for her to give you validation because you're giving it to yourself through your actions. You'll stop feeling empty when she doesn't reply quickly because your days are full of things that matter to you. This is how you become someone she wants to be around without you having to chase her, because you're showing her and yourself that you are a man who is alive, moving, and worth respecting. Neediness often starts from the quiet insecurities you carry around, the ones you don't talk about but feel in every interaction you have with her. It's that small fear that she might find someone better, the worry that you're not good enough, the anxiety that if you don't keep checking in, she'll lose interest and leave. These fears can control your actions without you realizing it, making you overthink every message you send, making you second-guess everything you say, and pushing you to seek constant reassurance from her just to feel okay for a moment. But here's the truth. Ignoring these insecurities doesn't make them go away. They will find a way to leak into how you show up in the relationship. If you want to stop being needy, you need to face them head on. Get honest with yourself about what's really bothering you. Write it down if you have to. Are you scared of rejection because of something that happened in your past? Do you feel unworthy because you haven't built confidence in your own life yet? Most of the time, the fear you're carrying isn't even based on something real. It's a story you've been telling yourself for years, and the longer you let it run in the background, the more power it has over you. When you start confronting these insecurities, they start to lose their grip. You begin to realize that your worth doesn't come from her approval, but from how you see yourself and the actions you take to become better. This isn't about pretending you have it all together. It's about owning your flaws while working on them with commitment. It's about understanding that confidence doesn't mean you never feel insecure, but that you don't let your insecurities dictate your actions. When you take responsibility for handling your insecurities, you stop looking to her to fix them, and that's when you begin to truly grow. Most guys don't realize that overtexting doesn't build connection. It drains it. When you constantly blow up her phone, sending message after message, checking if she's seen your texts, asking what she's doing every hour, it doesn't feel like love to her, it feels like pressure. You may think you're showing interest, but in her mind, it reads as you having nothing better to do and needing her to fill your day. That's not attractive. It's exhausting. Think about it from your own perspective. When someone is constantly messaging you, it quickly shifts from being flattering to feeling like you can't breathe. The reason you overtext usually comes from wanting reassurance. You're looking for her quick replies to validate that you matter to her, to ease your mind for a few moments until the anxiety returns and you need another hit of attention. But this cycle keeps you stuck in a loop of neediness that slowly kills the attraction between you. If you want to break this pattern, you need to start creating space. Let her miss you. Give her room to think about you and wonder what you're up to. You don't need to respond within seconds or always be the one to start conversations. If you feel the urge to send another text, pause and redirect that energy into your own life. Go for a workout, focus on your work, or pick up a book and read. When your life is full, you don't have time to anxiously wait for her replies because you're busy moving forward. This isn't about playing games. It's about showing that you value yourself and your time. Communication should feel like a balanced rhythm, a flood of constant contact. When you give her space, it allows her to feel your absence, which naturally creates curiosity and attraction. Let her reach out to you sometimes, and when she does, she will feel more engaged in the conversation because it was her choice, not something forced by your need for constant reassurance. This is how you shift the dynamic, letting connection grow naturally rather than forcing it through constant messages that drain the energy from your interactions. Many guys unknowingly sabotage their relationships by putting her on a pedestal, treating her like she's perfect, and thinking that she can do no wrong. It may feel like love to you, but it creates an imbalance that quietly pushes her away because it doesn't feel real to her. When you treat her as flawless, it puts pressure on her to maintain that image, and it keeps you in a position where you're always chasing her approval. You start thinking she's out of your league, and you overlook the reality that she's a human being with flaws, insecurities, and mistakes just like you. When you constantly say things like, "You're too good for me," or "You're perfect," you're telling her, and yourself, that you believe you're less valuable, and that mindset is felt in your energy, your words, and your actions. This also creates an unhealthy power dynamic where you're the one trying to earn her affection while seeing yourself as unworthy. It stops you from truly seeing her for who she really is and prevents a genuine connection from forming. The truth is, she doesn't want to be idolized. She wants to be understood and accepted for who she really is, the good and the bad. When you stop seeing her as perfect and start seeing her as a person, you'll begin to notice the small things that actually matter, like how she handles stress, how she communicates, and whether she aligns with your values and goals. This helps you evaluate if she's truly the right fit for your life, rather than blindly chasing a fantasy version of her you've created in your mind. It also allows you to interact with her from a place of confidence and equality rather than from a place of insecurity. When you see her as a human, it opens the door for honest conversations, playful teasing, and natural connection without the fear of messing up or losing her. It helps you understand that you both bring value to the table, and that you're choosing to be in each other's lives, not because one is perfect, but because you genuinely enjoy and respect each other. If you want to stop being needy and insecure, you have to stop looking for approval outside yourself. It's easy to fall into the habit of seeking constant reassurance from her, asking if she still likes you, if you're doing everything right, or if she's upset with you. At first, it may feel like you're just being caring, but over time, it becomes draining for her and for you. It makes you feel like your worth depends on her validation, and it forces her into the role of constantly having to reassure you just so you can feel okay. This behavior doesn't make you more connected. It makes you appear uncertain about yourself, and that's not attractive. You need to flip the script from asking, "Does she think I'm enough?" to "Do I think I'm enough?" Because That's where true confidence comes from. It comes from building a relationship with yourself where you trust your decisions, respect your own values, and give yourself credit for the efforts you're making in your life. Every time you feel the urge to fish for validation, pause and turn inward. Ask yourself what you think and what you believe about yourself in that moment. Validate your own actions. If you did something well, acknowledge it for yourself. If you made a mistake, own it, learn from it, and move forward without spiraling into guilt. This self-validation will start to build a quiet, grounded confidence in you that doesn't rely on her praise to feel secure. It also changes the dynamic of your relationship because she will no longer feel responsible for managing your emotions, and you'll both be free to enjoy each other without pressure. Confidence isn't loud or needy. It's the calm awareness that you are enough as you are, and it shows in your posture, in your words, and in your ability to handle challenges without seeking someone else's approval to feel good about yourself. The moment you begin validating yourself, you stop giving away your power and start building the kind of mindset that makes you naturally attractive, stable, and respected in any relationship you enter.